Hello everyone, welcome back. Today is our 100th video. And for that special occasion, if you hadn't seen my last video, we are looking at the missing link G1 Optimus Prime. And when I first saw this revealed, I think last year, at least that's when the reviews started coming out, I thought this is amazing. This is honestly surprising, and honestly surprised that I honestly thought that I would never get to either own or have it or see it at all in person. And honestly, I am so gratefully happy. And this being the G1 version, it comes with all of the bells and whistles that a Optimus Prime normally comes with. Basically meaning his regular self, the trailer, everything inside it that you can probably hear rattling around inside. But yeah. And for the longest time, I was making do with this little guy. This being the Legacy United Deluxe G1 Optimus Prime, which is obviously smaller. But yeah. And I do have a review of this guy previously. I'll put that in the description and in the pinned comment below. Speaking of which, like, comment, and subscribe, all those fun doodads. Let's continue. But yeah, everyone was making the joke of, we got missing link at home with this guy. And honestly, these two, while going for the same thing, are completely different beasts in my mind. But yeah. And also, fun little thing that I learned, because I think the G1 toy has been reissued a lot, and I think the trailer parts are parts of the reissue. Correct me in the comments. I don't know the history of all the reissues that Optimus Prime got during either as Walmart exclusives or as online exclusives or just general reissues versions. But yeah, but for this guy, just a regular trailer port here, and the regular version can kind of make it work. Yeah, it's big enough to make it work, but you kind of gotta force it in there. But I'm probably not gonna do that, because honestly, this guy without the trailer is honestly fine. Let's put this guy off the side. And also, let's get this off to the side. Also, one other comparison to the other G1 Optimus style thing that I have in my collection. This being the Earthrise mold. And a bit bigger in the truck bed, but considering how weighty this guy feels compared to him, this guy wins outright. But yeah. So also, the amount of chrome on this guy. We got the chrome headlights, we got the chrome grille, and this is a bit dusty and very reflective. The chrome insides here, of which you can, if you carefully do this, here, fingernails, behind here, you can take this entire piece out, close it up, and then boom, there you have the original Diaclone seats. So if you have any Diaclone figures that were around this time, you can put them in here. Same thing goes for whatever's in the trailer. We'll go over that when we get to it. Chrome smokestacks, chrome legs here, chrome wheels, and the chrome gas tank. And this guy's chrome, has a lot of chrome on it, but it is also a fingerprint magnet, which does suck. Also, the taillights here are painted. But yeah. So, let's save the transformation for this guy in a second. Let's go over what the trailer can all do. And first things first, just gotta pull here, just tabs around, and then here we have Roller and the Energon Axe, but we'll go over this in a little bit. So yeah, here we got Roller with Optimus Prime's blaster, and we got the rest of the trailer that we can all pull right here. But before you're supposed to do that, you're supposed to pull these out. And there we have the command center, and this gas pipe thing that is honestly pretty annoying. But yeah, this is where the rest of the, like, the Diaclone pilot people can go. Like, you got like this command, like these two command spots here. You got the like main control thing with like its opening cockpit and such. You can't really fit a Titan Master in there because, well, it's too small. And honestly, I wouldn't recommend using a Titan Master in this guy, because, well, you can technically get it in there. I tried it earlier today, and, well, it got stuck. Thankfully, I was able to remove it, but there was some paint chipping on the Titan Master. But yeah, so we got the, as you just saw, a firing missile gimmick. That is a very hair trigger, which, and thankfully, in the box, you get 4 of these missiles. So if you ever lose one, you have like 2 extra. I just wish they were just pegged in, or at least could go fully in, because it's kind of annoying to me. But yeah, and also you can remove this, and it has its own little pinned wheels here, so it can be its own little separate system, which is why they removed the launching feature that the original toy had, which was what I think this part back here is meant to be, and also the prongs here on the back of Roller. And speaking of which, you have to assemble him out of, like when you get him out. I have that in the unboxing video if you want to see how that's done, but it's pretty simple. But yeah. Then his other accessory, this, that's usable with Roller. So you can do this if you don't want any of the guns stored on it. And you can technically make Roller like move on the trailer around if you just hook the trailer hitch around the nub here, but it's not secure in any way. It's just a little thing that you can technically do. And with this, you can put the fuel resupplier thing on here, and you can't really place it anywhere else, because I honestly thought you could do something with this tab or this like post here, but you can't, which sucks. And honestly, this accessory is just very annoying to me, so I either just put it in the, just put it like right up here in the port right here where the gun is supposed to store in like trailer mode, just to get it out of the way, and I just have the gun on Roller, just to have it all stored and not have a lot of stuff like bumping into everything. Because I noticed when putting the gun into this port here is that the trailer doesn't really line up when you close it fully. And speaking of which, you can do some other gimmicks, but first things first, I'm just going to remove the missiles. You can have the trailer do anything where the like the command center thing is, you know, out on the top or not referencing the instructions for some reason. You can do like where it's out front, which is what I think is like a vestige or a leftover of what the Diaclone toys were doing, if I'm right, because the Diaclone Reimagined, or the like updates that they've been doing recently, did their version of Optimus Prime, and I swear that the command center in that could do the same thing. Correct me in the comments. I honestly, while Diaclone is cool, I'm into Transformers, and also Diaclone is expensive. But yeah, so this has been like pretty much all the features of the trailer, honestly. Like this is what you're gonna get when you get the like G1 toy version. Like, but then again, if you're only getting the anime version, you're really only getting the gun, the axe, and the figure itself, and also the Matrix. But yeah, so let's get this all off to the side and bring in our main, well, the reason why I wanted to do this as my 100th video. But yeah, so 1 second. Okay, so if you think this transformation is going to be a bit familiar, well, it's the bot who started it all. So what do you expect? So to start off with, we want to take the hands out here, move them out, and then you can unfold them. Take the hands out, unfold the arms, can flip the head around, just like so. Also, one feature I forgot to mention, he has a rub symbol. Something you don't normally see on figures nowadays. And he's an Autobot, as if you couldn't tell. Yeah, so flip that all back around. Let's get this out of the way. So, untab the wheels from the sides here, then untab the legs from each other. You can use this to now bring them down. And also, sorry for the chrome is very shiny. You can flip the toes forward. And now you just open the legs. Just try to grab as close to the waist as you can, because don't get me wrong, it's held up, and I haven't seen any reports of breakages here, but still be careful. So yeah, and here we have Missing Link Optimus Prime. So the big gimmick with Missing Link is that it's meant to connect to, well, obviously the past, but bring it up to the modern standards of the future. So for this guy, with ratchets in his elbows, can do poses that can, you know, well, kind of outclass modern figures in some aspects. There's one that's a bit of a problem and is honestly kind of handled better on the Legacy United Deluxe version of this guy. But anyway, also, loud ratchets. Don't get me wrong, having ratchets in this guy means that it'll probably hold the test of time if you leave it in a pose, but they are very loud, and, well, meaning that, like, there's a nice amount of clicks in here, obviously, that allows you to get any pose that you want, but, like, if you just want a quick pose of this guy, it's going to be very noisy, and also, yeah, so, and this guy, I haven't put any of the stickers on it, because, honestly, why would I want to cover all of the beautifully painted details on here that are surprisingly asymmetrical? Like, for example, I don't know why, but for some reason, this arm has a one gold stripe in between the two blue bars, while the other side doesn't, and that's replicated even on the sticker sheet that you get. Like, I don't know why? Like, is it just for cool tech detailing stuff? I honestly don't know. But yeah, so, and also, here we have the Matrix. You can, again, take this out. It's just that without it there, you can kind of see through them. So yeah, then also, like, it's surprising that the version of Earthrise Optimus that I have is a lot more toy deco inspired, especially with, like, the colors and also the windows. And also size comparison between the two. Pretty much the size of like a Voyager figure, but obviously more expensive, considering A, die-cast, and also you can't really find this guy on regular store shelves. You kind of have to order it online. But yeah. So, also, rubber tires. I forgot to mention that. They're all pinned on. Forgot to mention that in vehicle mode. But yeah. So let's get this back in. Also, you can take the Matrix bit out. Just nice golden chrome. Honestly, I thought this guy, again, I said this in my unboxing, I honestly thought this would be die-cast instead of the regular plastic, just to make it have more of that premium feel, but I guess putting chrome on die-cast is a bit harder to do? I don't know. But yeah, you can get Optimus to hold it, because for one, he actually has opening hands, and hands that you won't lose. So yeah, you can have him light our darkest hour. All that. So yeah, let's get this back in there. There we go. Let's go over articulation, which is the biggest selling point of this guy, and pretty much a lot of the other Missing Link releases that we only have technically 3 molds of this guy, the Bumblebee, RC, and also Sunstreaker. Never mind, I was wrong. 4, with plans probably to make more in the future. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if they could ever get around the Megatron G1 toy. I honestly doubt it, but then again, they're probably not going to be able to sell it here in America because of, you know, like gun laws and such for like toys. But yeah, anyway, on to articulation for this guy. So head is only on a swivel, like no ball joint or anything. You could technically get some upwards if you move the panel, and yeah, that. Shoulders, there's a hinge here, then a hinge in the chest, meaning that you can get all the way up, like full on, like raising his hand for the teacher, I guess. Yeah, full rotation here at the shoulder. Technically some backwards butterfly due to transformation. Rotation at the elbow, and then a ratchet at the elbow, which can only go to 90. Wrist rotation, opening hands. You can technically move the hands inward due to transformation. And now the problem that a lot of people have on this guy. He does have a waist swivel, but you can only get that much. Like, it doesn't help that this is a free-floating part with the rotation being behind it. And, yeah, you're not going to get much. But what this guy does have, and is hard to do sometimes, is, well, a single jointed ab crunch. What is an ab crunch? It's more, again, more posability than the G1 toy ever got. And if you're wondering, how does the legs like move forward without bumping into this? I mean, it still does, but you can still get like pretty much straight forward. And also, getting this back is a bit scary. Like, there we go. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry, I had to go take care of something. But yeah, so again, it is pretty good, like, forward movement, and I mean, it does the thing where it's like offset, kind of like how on Rise of the Beasts Prime, that they managed to get like the legs to go up as far, but you can also get back about, like, again, this is just transformation, but like it allows for like full backwards. And yeah, so, and now for the knees, which can go over and past 90, being like for a full like knee kick, which is pretty cool. There is a rotation here, but I think the interior of the joint, I don't know if this part here is die cast or if it's just chromed. I hope it's die cast, if someone can correct me in the comments. But I think because whatever coating it might have is in the joints, or whatever in this like part here is also internally chromed, it led for this part here to be a bit sticky, if that makes sense. Like, it just stuck when you're trying to like move it, and it felt like it's like trying to move a joint when it's covered in paint, kind of, but it's internally, and I don't want to disassemble this because, well, I haven't really done that before, and also I don't want to risk damaging this. So yeah, and for the feet, technically get a full rotation here at the foot, leading to you get some pretty good ankle pivot, and you can also point it down and point it up. That's something that I learned recently after filming the unboxing video, that you can move this entire joint up so that way you can get some like pretty decent like walking poses. But yeah, so honestly, it is the flagship for the Missing Link subline. This is honestly a pretty good start. Like, and honestly, I am curious to see after Sunstreaker and RC, what are they going to do next. I would like to see maybe some of more of the 86 cast, probably, because, for one, I'm pretty sure they can do an Ultra Magnus from this. It's just they'll have to figure out how to do the armor. And also maybe a Hot Rod Cup, that entire cast, because, well, their G1 toys are a bit... like, it's not that they're not iconic, it's just that they're a bit... I don't know, they're like clunky in the weirdest ways compared to how this stuff was. But then again, this stuff was just basically imported, and their like designs were kind of changed for the cartoon. While the '86 cast was based off their own designs, then turned into toys. But yeah, so let's get you can use the Energon axe for this guy. Just open it up here and feed it through, put it around, boom, axe engaged. You can't rotate the fist though while it's on, because it's like sandwiching around like this like post here, like with a rectangle on the inside. And also, you can give him his gun, which has 2 posts on it for some reason. You can't get this guy to dual wield it, which looks awkward, honestly. Like, I have a feeling they only really included this post here because it was on the original mold, and they changed this part back here because I'm pretty sure it was just a regular stock bit back here that you can only get the toy to hold it, like, there-ish. And they had to modify the hands on a few, like, re-releases to get it to work. But they just decided, because this guy's just going to be 5mm compatible, to just make the handle and the gun new. But yeah, so... this is pretty much the package that you'll get for the regular version, because the regular version, let me find it. Where are you? There you are. So yeah, because the regular version, as you can see here, is in more, well, obviously classic cartoon colors. You can see the comparison here more clearly. This one does also come with a sticker sheet to turn it into the more toy-esque color version, but honestly, I'm happy to have the full package here, like full, like classic, like G1 toy Optimus Prime colors, and also inclusion of the trailer and such, which honestly is such a cool thing, especially for me who has been collecting Transformers for like maybe since like the past few years. It is honestly so cool. So one thing I forgot to mention before we end the video is the comparison to Legacy United Deluxe class, like G1 Optimus. Obviously, as you can see here, they're going for 2 different markets. This guy going for the more high-end collectors, this one for the more kid appeal, kind of. Because this guy, if I throw it against the wall, essentially, I'm not going to be worried as much like if it's going to break, or if it takes a tumble off of a shelf. We're not worried that much it's going to break. Missing Link, on the other hand, him I want to be more careful with, because for one, high-end collector's item, and also for one, the chrome. That could be easily scratchable, all that such. Also, if this guy breaks, harder to replace, if that makes any sense. But yeah, honestly, I feel like there's a world where these two stand side by side, and calling this guy Missing Link at Home, I feel like is both a disservice to the original Missing Link, and a disservice to this guy. I mentioned in this guy's review that, honestly, I think these guys can, like, stand side by side. Like, they're both going for 2 different things, but they both do it very well. This guy, more of a G1 toy, but modern look, like, if it's done in, like, modern stylings. This guy replicating the G1 toy, like, completely, but with added articulation. Honestly, these both work. And I feel like it's not a choice of one or the other, unless you're worried about your money. Like, honestly, I'm happy to have both. This guy I'm probably going to mess with more often, but again, I'm happy to have this guy. But yeah, so this has been my review for the CO1 Missing Link Optimus Prime G1 version. I hope you guys have enjoyed all the videos I've done so far, and I hope to see you guys in the next 100 videos. This is me signing out. Peace.